Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for another video. Right here, once again, on the Peter fucking Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to this very channel and my other channels down below. You know where they are, in the description box below. So show me all your love and support. Leave a comment if you wish. You don't have to, but you can. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And also, please tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. Because if you do, well, you miss out. And I can't help you, so it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. So, like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment if you wish. And enjoy the video. And if not, then get out of here. But if it's your first time watching, well, welcome to the party, pal. Hope you enjoy the ride. And if you like it, like what you hear, what you see, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and subscribe to my other channels. Show me your love and support. And that's all you gotta do. Simple as that. That's all I gotta say. So do it. That's that. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, not feeling great right now, so I want to get this done and out of the way so I can try to get some sleep tonight. I do gotta go to work later tomorrow. If I can go to work, I'm not feeling too oozy at the moment, but for not because of anything wrong, I'm just not feeling well. You know. I got a little cold coming on, but hopefully it'll go away by the morning. But with some sleep, and I'll be okay. But in any case, on this cold as balls, late Wednesday night, and you know what that means, it is time for your late night AEW Dynamite review for January the 17th, 2024. And you're watching this on January the 18th, 2024. We're about a couple weeks away from the end of the month already. Yeah, at the end of the month, and cold as balls, like I said, here in New York City. Gonna be snowing like, well, not that bad. On Friday, we're getting about 2 stinking inches, which, you know, is gonna make, you know, Friday morning and Friday afternoon commute a pain in the ass. And most of the weekend, too. So if you got plans on the weekend, just take a little extra time going to where you gotta go. But it is what it is. And hopefully you have a great weekend. Hopefully I'll have a great weekend if I can even get through tomorrow and Friday, the way I am right now. But, you know, just got some really important things I gotta worry about coming up. And, over the next couple days, so I'm trying to get my head on straight because I'm a little bit nervous about things that are coming up in the next 5 days. Besides the colonoscopy, I got a big thing this weekend. I'm hoping to get good news on, but we'll see. But if not, we keep going. If not, we keep going. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna keep going, and that's pretty much it for that. But we'll see what happens with that. Nothing bad, you know, nothing bad. I just can't really divulge about that. But it is something pretty damn, might be very important coming my way by the weekend or early next week. So like I said, I did say that my schedule, my videos might be changing, but if it does change, I'll let you guys know. I'm not sure what my schedule is going to be, what my work schedule is going to be, and video schedule, I don't know either. So, I'm not leaving or anything, so don't worry, guys. I'm not leaving. I know the trolls are like, oh, please leave! I'm not going anywhere. I will be here, but I'm not going to be, I might not be here every day like I've been for the last couple months, but there might be some changes in the near and distant future, but that's That's all I can say about that. So, not getting nervous about that. I'm getting nervous about other things. Well, one, my colonoscopy. Two, some other things that are going on in my personal life and other things with my health and everything. Besides the colonoscopy and my health, like, it is what it is. Panic attacks, and I'm coming back. I usually get them on and off. I've been getting them on and off for the last couple months. So, just had one just now, so I had to take my medication and blah blah blah. So I don't want you to feel sorry for me. Some of you will, but some of you won't. I don't care. But in any case, I'm trying to get through this video, and I'm gonna try to at least try to get some sleep, and hopefully I can do what I got to do tomorrow. Regardless, I have to do it because there's some things I have to do. I got to run some errands. I got to go to the bank to cash a check, and then I gotta do some other errands, and I usually I'm gonna do some other stuff. So we'll see how everything goes. I'm gonna try to do my Raw review tomorrow night. When I get done with my errands and other things I gotta do tomorrow. Maybe Ring of Honor as well. If not, maybe definitely Friday. Probably sometime Friday afternoon. And then Friday night, hopefully I can get SmackDown and Rampage done before Collision on Saturday. But since the Niners are playing Saturday night, I'm going to be watching Collision after the Niners game, so I will not review it till maybe late Saturday night or looking like Sunday, but we'll see what happens with that. And as we go into next week, that's probably when my video schedule might change. But we'll see. As soon as I know, by Monday, at least by Sunday or Monday, I'll let you guys know what's going on regarding my video schedule, probably for the next month or more. Who knows? But stay tuned. Please hit the bell so when those videos do go up, you'll know when they go up. And that's pretty much it. And that's that. Alright. Oh, hope everybody's staying warm here in the Northeast, or wherever you may be. Staying warm, staying good. And hope you have a great Thursday, and I hope you have a great weekend coming up. The final weekend of the month, like I said, we're, as of this video, 13 days away from the end of the month. And then we start the pretty short month of February, even though it's 29 days. So it's just about a month, So, but February's going to go by real quick, and then we're getting into the month of March, and we'll be talking about Easter and St. Patrick's Day. We're about a month away from Valentine's Day. So, guys and girls, I hope you're thinking about what to get your significant other for Valentine's Day besides the usual. But we'll see what happens with all that, and we move on with that. But we'll talk about Valentine's Day later, probably in a month from now. But anyway, minus that stuff, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Wednesday night, it is time, like I said, for your Dynamite review for AEW. And let's get into it. Let's not waste any more of your precious time, because like I said, I want to try to get this done as fast, and not as fast as I can, but in a reasonable amount of time. So I want to try to get some sleep and, try to get my body to calm down a little bit, because like I said, I had an anxiety attack. Not a full-blown one, I just had a mini attack. So, trying to get the medication to kick in. It started to kick in a little bit, but as long as I try to, try to get a good night's sleep, and then get up in the morning, and then get my work, gotta go to work, get that done, and then in the afternoon, I got other things to do. I gotta rush to the bank, cash a check, like I said, and then I'm done, pretty much done after that. So, and that's that. And then Friday, Friday pretty much gotta work a little bit, and that I got a big meeting, like I said, Friday over the weekend. So that's the main thing. So I gotta get up early in the morning and do a freaking Zoom meeting, which is I hate, but because I gotta wake up early in the morning, and I gotta look good. Because when you look good, you feel good. That's the commercial. But because you don't want to look like you just get out of bed when you're doing a Zoom call. Not good. It doesn't. And if you're doing it for work purposes, you don't look. Kind of look embarrassing. And you might get scolded for you don't look good. What's going on? So got that over the weekend, and we'll see what happens with that. All right, enough. I already talked about that 6,000 times. All right, well, let's go. All right, so Dynamite, pretty solid show tonight, as we're inching closer and closer to February, and we got another match actually going to be added to Revolution. We already got the Sting's final match, which looks like it's going to be Sting and Darby against the Young Bucks for in that final match. But we possibly got another match that might happen at Revolution, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. And we move on. Alright. So we start off the show, and the big, huge match tonight was for the AEW World Title. We had Samoa Joe taking on Send for the Man. Hook. I know you're hurt, but get in here. Hook, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. Still. Oh man, you look like shit. Yes, so Samoa Joe and Hook for the World Title. We got that. Got the 6-man tag team titles being defended by the Mogul Embassy, the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions, as they were taking on Bullet Club Gold. So sweep me for the love of God. Guns up. So we got that. And we also had Christian Cage taking on Dustin Rhodes for the TNT title. We're going to get into that in just a second. Alright, so we are emanating tonight on Dynamite from the North Charleston Coliseum in North Charleston, made in Carolina. So yeah, so at the North Charleston Coliseum in North Charleston, South Carolina. That's a mouthful. That's what she said. But I digress. And we had a little bit different commentary team this week. We had the man behind the mask, Excalibur, the biggest Met fan I know, Taz, brother, and replacing Tony Baloney, my good friend, maybe taking a week off, from Ring of Honor, Ian Bonnie. Alright, so we had that. Not your usual team, but we got all that. I think Ricka Bonnie was doing Ring of Honor tapings. I don't know, but it was just there just because Tony Schiavone wasn't there. Tony Baloney, he could take a week off if he has to. I mean, Michael Cole is not on SmackDown anymore. Once in a while he takes off Monday Night Raw, and it's kind of boring when you have Kevin Patrick beloved and Wade Barrett. Why? It's boring. You have two English guys. Well, one's English and one's from Scotland, I think. I don't know where Wade Barrett lives. I think he lives in Australia. I forget. But in any case, all right. So we got that, and we move on. All right. So we start off with the pyro. We are live on Dynamite from North Charleston, South Carolina. And before we get to our first match of the night, we open up with a video package for Samoa Joe and Hook. So we see them entering the building. So they're all ready to go. And we'll see them later. But we start off with match number 1 for the TNT title. We have everybody's favorite dad in the world. How are our fathers doing tonight? Doing good? Hope so. Alright, so we had the leader of the patriarchy, the TNT champion, Christian Cage, along with Nick freaking Wayne, his hot as fuck mom, Shayna, and Luchasaurus, who came out looking like a reject from Behemoth, Lordy, or Guar. With that mask, I mean, looked like, damn, he looked like a member of those three bands. From one of those three bands. But anyway, Kill Switch. It's Luchasaurus. It's a stupid name to call Luchasaurus after your finisher. That's just dumb. But we move on. Alright, so he takes on the natural Dustin Rhodes. Match wasn't that bad to start. So they fight over a simple lockup to start that off. And they roll around the ropes, really getting nowhere, so they have a little bit of a stalemate. And then Christian hammers away at Dustin in the corner, but Dustin comes right back with that big-time rolling power slam. Vintage Dusty, not Dusty so much, Cody and Dustin Rhodes. Near fall out of that. Excuse me. Alright, then they go to the outside. Christian gets sent into the ring steps. Ow. And Dustin hits a clothesline off of those steps for a near fall. They go back in, and Christian knocks him off the top rope and out to the floor. Ow. And then Christian hits a big flippy give-it-a-do. As we go to break, we come back. Dustin misses a crossbody and falls to the outside. But Dustin gets right back in, and then they slug it out from their knees. And then Dustin wins that exchange. And hits a bulldog for a near fall. Then hits Code Red for another near fall. Christian goes right to the outside. And Dustin tries for a dive, and Christian cut it off. They go back in the ring. And Christian goes up top, hits a frog splash. Not like Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat. Why is everybody trying to do a frog splash, pero? Mr. Joseph, I don't understand that. I don't know, Eddie. I don't know. But you do a great one. I know. Because I'm Eddie Guerrero, I'm Latino Heat. I'm a Hall of Famer. I know you are. You know, your son Dom does a good frog splash, too. That's right, because he's my son. The fruit of my loins, Not like that pendejo Rey Mysterio. I'm glad he's hurt, too. Oh, easy there. It's not nice to say bad things about Rey Mysterio getting hurt. What do you mean? Santos said it. Well, Santos was playing it up. He's a heel. Like you. So I am allowed to say that, pero. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Don't ever underestimate me again, Mr. Gilmore. Joseph. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't ever underestimate Eddie Guerrero, Yeah, that's easy for you to say. What about Latino? What am I supposed to say, Okay, calm down. But anyway, we move on with that. So he tries to go, Christian goes for the frog splash. He hits it for a near fall. And then he goes to grabs the TNT title, only to have the referee take it away. I think it was Bryce. I don't know who it was. But anyway, while that's getting taken away, Dustin grabs a small package, but then Nick freaking Wayne turns it over into Christian getting the small package. But thankfully Dustin kicked out at 2. They get back up, and Dustin hits Shattered Dreams. And then Crossroads. And I was like, oh, he's going to win the belt? No. But 1, 2, and 2.9999999999995. But Dustin almost won the belt. But Christian kicked out right before 3. So Dustin's kind of like, ah. And Dustin gets pissed. He goes right after Nick Wayne. And Nick Wayne gets out of that, so they get in the ring. And Christian hits the spear after I think he threw Dustin into the ring post. Ow. And then Christian's waiting for Dustin to turn around. Finally he does. Hits the spear. Then gets up. Hits the kill switch. I'm like, that's it. He retained. 1, 2. Dustin somehow kicked out at 2. What? Nobody kicks out of that kill switch most of the time, unless you're Edge. So we got that. And, hearing things. I can hear a what you call it, a helicopter outside. I don't want to know, but probably some stuff outside. I care less. You know, it's maybe somebody's like lurking in the woods. I don't know. I'm near the airport, so I don't care. So, but in any case, very annoying, but it is what it is. All right, so Christian hits the kill switch. Dustin somehow kicked out at 2.9999995. Christian's all stunned, so it's like, all right, I want to finish him off for good now. Hits another kill switch. 1, 2, 3, in just under 15.5 minutes. Christian Cage retains the TNT title. Match was pretty good. I give it 3.25 out of 5 stars. So, you know, Dustin, once again, you know, kind of can't win the big one. But he put on a great performance. And, you know, can't fault him for that. Alright, so like I said, 3.25 out of 5 stars. For that, Christian retains. And we'll see what happens with him. And, you know, Edge is lurking somewhere. We'll see what happens with that as we roll on in the weeks to come. Alright, then we go to the back with Renee Paquette and her special guest, whose house? Whose house? Swerve's house. Whose house? Swerve. Ah, Swerve. Why not? God, Swerve. Yeah, I'll do the dance because even if I'm not feeling well, I'll still do the dance. So Swerve, he comes in. Nana's not there. I don't know where Nana was, but Swerve's there. He's got like dark black eyeliner, like looking like a zombie almost, or like a goth zombie. But anyway, so basically says he's going to be focused on the main event later on tonight between Hook and Samoa Joe, because he's watching everything. He's like, I got my eyes over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. And Renee's like, so you want the world title, right? So Swerve says, yes, I want the belt. And yes, I'm also watching Hangman Adam Page, even though Renee's like, so what about the Hangman Adam Page? So Swerve's like, really? You asked me that? Yes, I am also watching Adam Page. But the thing is, Adam Page can't beat me. But he can beat everybody else in AEW to the Lord himself. Really? But he can't beat me. Yeah, that's right. He lost 3 times to you, I believe. 2 or 3 times. And, that's it. So, Swerve's like, well, you know, I'm watching Joe and watching Hook. I want the world title. But, you know, I have to watch because Adam Page is around. I'm like, what am I going to do? But, you know, if I win the title, you know, Adam Page wants to fight me. He can't beat me, so what's the point? So there you go. So we'll see what happens with that. But good promo from Swerve, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, we go to break, and then we come back. Once again, Renee Paquette is with us. And this time, her special guest is the Champion, the Wizard, the Ocho, Chris Jericho, one half of the Sex Gods, with the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara. Whereas we saw this past weekend on Collision, in that epic street fight with him and Jericho and Big Cass and Absolute Ricky Starks, which Ricky Starks and Big Cass retained the AEW tag team belts, and then Sammy jumped off the top of the set, or top of the Tron, and fell pretty much to his death. So Jericho talks about that. says Sammy's not here tonight. Then he starts getting mad about Don Callis about that, and because Powerhouse Will Hobbs basically saved Ricky Starks from basically getting killed himself on the way down, you know what I mean? So Jericho wants revenge on the Don Callis family. He says he's basically like, I'll do whatever it takes to get my revenge and everything. And of all people, Matt Sydal, namaste. He comes in. I'm like, what do you want? And basically says, well, you might want a tune-up match before you do all that stuff with the Don Callis family. Then he kind of makes mention of that, you can't beat me. Like, I already beat you, like, twice or whatever it was. So, basically, Sydal challenges Jericho to a match on Rampage. And Jericho accepts, and he makes an Evan Bourne reference. The Bourne identity. Yeah, so we got Jericho taking on Evan Bourne, Matt Sydal on Rampage, and nobody's going to care about that. Alright, and I really didn't care about this segment, but I still gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go back into the arena with our second match of the night, a tag team match, player. We had some members of the Best Friends. Give me a hug. We had Trent Beretta and the AEW Intercontinental Champion, Freshly Squeezed Orange Juice, Mr. Orange Cassidy himself, the man who puts his hands down his pants. I don't know if he feels nuts, but I digress. So we had them, and they're taking on the Luchadors of Commander and my personal good friend, and that is Pentagon Zero Miedo. But if you don't like him, you get Zero Pussy. Some of you haters get that a lot, but I digress on that. I get mucho pussy. But that. Alright, so we have Commander and Pentagon, Zero Miedo, in a tag team match. Alex Abrahantes at ringside, the big hype man. This was another good match. It starts out with Orange Cassidy and Pentagon. They know each other very well, don't they? They go face to face, both of them taking the other to the mat, so some mat wrestling. And then they miss a few moves here and there. And then Trent comes in, Commander comes in to try their luck, and Trent reverses Commander's springboard flippy dippity doo into a half and half suplex. Ow. As we go to break, we come back, as always, the heels in this match with Commander and Pentagon. The heels come back during the break. Commander sends Trent to the floor, then hits a big running flippy dippity doo. After that, go back in, and they try for the Spike Fear Factor. That gets broken up, which allows Trent to go back inside the ring, because I think they were trying it outside the ring or on the apron. And Trent goes back inside, starts hammering away on Commander, and then Pentagon kicks Trent right in the head. Ow. And then as a Canadian Destroyer, for good measure, and then Orange Cassidy comes in, has to dive over the referee. I don't know who the referee was. I think it was Rick Knox. But Cassidy had to save the match, dove over the referee for the save. Commander goes up top, goes for the Phoenix Splash and missed. And Trent has a running knee strike. And then Orange Cassidy hits Pentagon with the Beach Break. And then follows that up with the Orange Punch. To Commander. And then Trent, who is the legal man, hits Strong Zero, or now as he calls it, the Crunchy. That's a stupid name. 1, 2, 3 finishes off Commander. So Trent and Orange Cassidy get the win. A little over 10-minute match. Match was pretty decent. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. And then after the match, get a little bit of a code of honor from, because they're friends, amigos. And then we hear the music of the Undisputed Kingdom. Well, we don't see Adam Cole, baby, yet. but we will see him in a little bit. But we got Roddy coming out with the rest of the Undisputed Kingdom of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. I'm Matt Taven. If you don't like him, you're Melvin. And the man who punches people in the dick and gives him a power driver, that is Mr. Michael Kanellis-Bennett. They come out. Roddy gets in the ring, goes right up to Orange Cassidy, starts yelling at him, Orange! Gotta stop, calm down, Roddy, please. So basically, Roddy tells Orange Cassidy to take off his stupid glasses, but is Orange gonna do that? No. But they stare down, and then Roddy's like, I'm not gonna kick your ass just yet, but I want an international title shot because I am coming for the belt, like Adam Cole Bebe said. But we got all that. So then the fans are like, shut the fuck up! Cass is like, hold on. Finally gets the chance to talk. And Cass is like, I'll put up the belt. How about we do it right now? So Larry was like, yeah! Everybody's ready. Then Roddy takes off his shirt. I'm like, we're all ready to go. We just need a ref. And then Roddy's like, nope. We're not going to do it now. We're going to wait 6 weeks, which is Revolution, and we're going to have a match for the Intercontinental title because Roddy wants Cassidy to think about it a little bit. So, looks like we may be getting that match in 6 weeks at Revolution. If it does happen, you know Roddy's going to win that belt. I think we're going to get another one of those undisputed prophecies that Adam Cole said. Remember when he said it in NXT? Where he won the world title, Roddy won the North American title, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, Greg Dragon won the tag team belts. So basically he had all the belts except for the women's title. Not that he needed that. But it is what it is, and that's that. So we'll see what happens this weekend on Rampage and Collision, and see if that match does happen in the next 6 weeks. And we got that. Let me move on. Excuse me, my allergies are kicking in. Alright, we move on. Alright, then we go to the back, once again, with Renee Paquette and her guest, the Hangman, Adam Page, about to do some cowboy shit. And, Adam Page has that mustache. I mean, a lot of people getting those mustaches. I mean, the Bucks look like they have those, porn star mustaches again. You know, Adam Page looks like Magnum TA. Or Magnum PI, who knows. Shave that manly beard. But, you know, they're men, some of them are in their 30s or in their 40s. You know, they're men! Got a beard! You know? But, anyway, so Adam Page wants the world title back. And he's like, doesn't matter if he can't beat Swerve, because Swerve isn't world champion yet. So we got that, you know, so the Hangman's going crazy. Gonna do some cowboy shit, we'll see. And, we move on from there. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, after that, we get to the tearjerker moment of the night. No, it is the 1-year anniversary of the untimely death of Jay Briscoe. Reach for the sky, boy. So, I knew Tony Khan was going to do something tonight, and thank the Lord he did. And he gave enough time for Mark Briscoe, you know, Jay's brother. So the funky chicken himself, Mark Briscoe, comes out. We see his family in the crowd. He comes out for a chat on the anniversary of Jay's death. He comes out, you know, looking like $1 million. and it was this one was tear jerking. It brought a tear to my eye. I was crying like a little bitch because when we heard that Jay got into an accident with his kids, and then basically his niece was, and his nieces were in really bad shape. One of them, was told that she may never walk again, but thankfully, by the grace of God, she was there, and she's alive today and can walk. And sadly, Jay was taken from us at a pretty young age, around 38 years old. Mark's birthday is tomorrow, so happy birthday to Mark. So I have to believe he's 39. But yeah, this was really, really sad. So Mark's there. He's trying to talk about the whole situation and everything, fighting back the tears. He mentions the whole thing that happened. Jay was in the car with his daughters, and they got into this horrific accident that some woman lost control of her car and they boom hit head on. Jay passed away, and one of his daughters was told that she would never walk again. So that was that, and then we see coming from the back. I'm like, who's these people coming from the back? Well, it's Jay's family, his kids, his two nieces, his kids. We see one of his the brother and the two sisters there. That was freaking epic. I was going crazy. I was like, oh, the kids, and tears are starting to come down my eyes because it was a very special moment. Thank you, Tony Khan, for giving Mark this time to talk about the incident, because he really is. Mark is a private person, and I met him a lot of times back when he was in Ring of Honor with Jay. I met Jay countless times. But Mark usually isn't the type of guy, that would, cuts promos a lot by himself, because he's, like, kind of laid back. It was just, basically Jay cutting the promo, Mark just cutting in every half, once in a while. But, so this was very good. And then the kids come out, making it even more tear-jerking. So we get that, the crowd's going nuts, not a dry eye in the house. And the crowd went silent as soon as Mark took the mic. Nobody, you could hear a pin drop. It was so silent. It was great. So we got that. And then, on top of that, we get the video tribute to Jay Briscoe. It was just so fucking good. So good. And what a way to pay tribute once again to Jay Briscoe on the 1-year anniversary of his untimely passing. It was great. 5 out of 5, no doubt about it. But Tony Khan, great job, my friend. Great job. Letting Mark just come out, say what he got to say, giving him enough time, inviting his family and Jay's family, to South Carolina to do this thing, and it was freaking epic. I loved it. And that's that. But once again, rest in peace to a 2-time Ring of Honor World Champion and a 13-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion. Also, they were GCW Tag Team Champions, New Japan Tag Team Champions, TNA Tag Team Champions. I mean, they did it all. But the one place they didn't go, and thankfully they didn't, was the WWE, because they were cosmetically pleasing. Imagine if the Briscoes went to WWE, how bad they would got watered down, because, Jay likes to, curse a lot. He would have had to really tone down his language. Same thing with New Jack. But he was too violent. You know, Vince wouldn't want that, right, Vince? Let's run motherfucker. Let the slice his head. All right, Jerome, calm down. Calm down, Jerome. Take that side. Get that away from me. Get that fucking thing away from me. I'm gonna stick it up your ass. Don't you dare come over here. Mike! What? I'm trying to sleep. Can you check Jerome? Jerome's off his blocker again. All right, I'll get him. Get over here, Jerome, you son of a bitch. All right, thanks, Mike. Good night. Bye! Okay, get out of here. Sorry, I had to wake Mike Awesome up. Unless, you know, Jerome. Maybe he was off his medication tonight. I don't know. I'm not. I already took mine, so but I digress. Alright. So, this was freaking epic, and I loved it. And that's that. So, 5 out of 5 for that. Alright, we go to break, we come back with a sit-down interview, probably was taped in advance, with the Young Bucks. And Renee Paquette, and Renee thanks her for being here, and I think it was Nick Jackson says, sorry Renee, Renee, we want to be called by our full executive vice president's names, and that is Nicholas and Matthew Buck. Really? Jackson. Sorry. So, call us Nicholas and Matthew Jackson. And if you go to their Instagram page, that's what it is on their Instagram page. Crazy enough. But anyway. So basically, this promo was kind of weird. I didn't get it at first, but they're basically finally kind of talking about what happened at All Out, and with Punk a little bit. And they're like, you've heard some things about us, but what would you do to protect your family? They mentioned that we created AEW. We said that it's time for a change. We're gonna revolutionize the business. We're done with the old. It's time for the new. Basically telling WWE, well, fuck you, pretty much. It was good. Things were changing, but over that time, as time went on, we needed to stop leaning on yesterday's self-serving cancerous stars. That might have been a shot to Punk. And they kind of bring up Sting. The man called Sting. It's Stink! So, they say Sting is the last of a dying breed. So it's time to get rid of him, too. So that's why we basically called him out. And Renee's like asking about, so is that a direct call out for Revolution? So they don't really give an answer. They always say, oh yeah. They look at their phone and like, oh, we gotta go. We're EVPs. We have a very important meeting to get to. So they leave. I was like, that's it? So you basically come out, you go corporate, changing your name to Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. You look like two rejects from Miami Vice, or a very bad porno from called something Miami. You look cringe with those freaking porn stashes. And then you basically say that we revolutionized the business, but now we gotta get rid of the cancer. Well, you already got rid of Punk, and you got rid of Jack Perry in a way. So let's get rid of Sting. Let's get rid of Ric Flair, for that matter, too. I'm like, really now? Really now? You're going corporate? So, we can't even call them the Young Bucks anymore. We have to call them the Corporate Bucks. I didn't even like this promo. And I'm a big Young Bucks mark. And I'm like, what is this? It was cringe. I'm like, this is not you. I've heard way better promos from you guys back on BTE, when it used to be BTE. By the way, being the Dark Order, BTDO, pretty damn funny. I hate to say it, but it's pretty damn funny. They got 9 or 10 episodes in already. Not the same amount of views that BTE got, but they're doing pretty good. It's pretty funny at times. So go subscribe to Being the Dark Order, or it used to be BTE, or the Elite, whatever you want to call it. But subscribe to them. Tell them I sent you. And a new episode on Monday. We got that. Alright, so I gave the Corporate Bucks promo 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Let me move on with that. Alright, after that, we go to our next match for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles. We have the champs, the Mogul Embassy. With my good friend, the real Prince of the Prophecy and the Purge. That is Prince Nana, as he leads the Machine, Brian Cage, and the Gates of Agony, Toa Leona, and Bishop Quan! I do not Quan! I do not Quan! Play Final Fantasy 9, then thank me later. So they take on Bullet Club Gold, Guns Up, of the Ass Boys, Colton and Austin Gunn, and the Switchblade, wait, with the Switchblade, Jay White, with a new song, a new theme song. I think it's called Burning Light. It's a banger, pretty damn good. Alright, so we got that. Match was, Aubrey Edwards doing ridiculous, weird shit. So anyway, it starts off with Bishop Quan striking away at the Switchblade, Jay White. Then the Ass Boys come in and take Bishop Quan down. And then Brian Cage comes in with a super kick. And then Bishop Quan comes right back in for an elbow drop, Go to break, come back. Colton Gunn comes in, cleans house, and gets a near fall off a basic neck breaker. And then the Mogul Embassy take him down. And we get a sit-out powerbomb into an air raid crash. For a near fall. So Colton's in a lot of trouble, but he's able to backdrop his way out of trouble. Gets the hot tag to Jay White. Comes in and starts beating up Bishop Quan. And then the Ass Boys hit 310 to Yuma on the Machine, Brian Cage. Still, he has that torn pec injury. So I was like, yep, we're going to probably get a title change. So they hit 310 to Yuma on Brian Cage. About to go for the win, but then Prince Nana comes in and causes a distraction. And Aubrey's like trying to get order. And people are like, referee, do something! So that lets Bishop Quan to hit a Fireman's Carry Gutbuster on Jay White. And then Nana once again causes a distraction. And Anthony Bowens of the Acclaimed comes out and stops Nana from doing that. And then Jay White out of nowhere hits the Blade Runner. 1, 2, 3, we have new Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions. We have the Bullet Club, and that is just too sweet! Alright, so we get that. So the Bullet Club are the new Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions. Match wasn't great, but still I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, the rest of the Acclaim, Max Caster and Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn, they come out and they have a big stare down. And I'm like, oh no, are we gonna get a unification match? Because now we got the AEW Trios champions, and now we got the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions, which is basically the Trios titles of Ring of Honor. So I'm like, oh great, if they fight, we're gonna get 6 belts. So whoever wins all the gold for the Trios championship. Kind of makes no sense to do the unification match. I mean, it works in New Japan. I forget the team. I forgot the team who won. I know Bishamon had the IWGP tag team champions. They lost to, I think it was Catch 2.22 or something like that. I forget, but we have new IWGP tag team champions and the New Japan Strong Open tag team champions. So basically, they got 4 belts. So why not? Somebody gets 6 belts. 2 each. So we get all together. The group gets basically 6 belts. Why can't we just merge it into one fucking belt? But I don't think we're ever gonna do that. But anyway, it's kind of a thought. Maybe we'll have the Acclaimed against the Bullet Club, maybe in some type of unification match, maybe for the Trios Championships. But I don't think we're gonna see it. But I don't know what they're gonna do here. Well, I don't know. All right, so all that I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then we go to the back, and my favorite part of the show. We have Adam Cole, baby. Hey, take 2 days off of your Twitch channel, Chugs. Better be back tomorrow. Even though I won't be around to watch it, but hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. Definitely, hopefully on Friday as well. And maybe I might be able to catch some of it if he does a stream on Saturday and probably on Sunday. But stay tuned. Stay tuned for his channel, and make sure you have your notifications on so when you get the notification that he's live on Twitch. So wasn't on today, so which sucks. Of course, he was in South Carolina, obviously. We move on with that. Alright, so Adam Cole and Wardlow are there. Adam's still on his crutches. I don't know when he's actually gonna be 100%. It might not be till the spring or the summertime at this point. But he's there, the devil himself. So Adam Cole hypes up Wardlow as the new wrecking machine, or the wrecking ball, per se. And he's gonna get the world title, and the world title will be the property of the Undisputed Kingdom. Didn't you say that last week too? I mean, just basically repeating yourself 3 weeks in a row there, Adam Cole, baby. We know that the Undisputed Kingdom want the gold, and Roddy's gonna become the international champion, and Wardlow's gonna win the belt, and then hand it right to Adam Cole, baby, by the summertime. We just don't need to hear it every week. Just saying. Alright, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then, it's pretty much the women's time. It's time for the women. Right around the death slot, right around 9:10, 9:15 this match started. So we had the virtuosa Diana Perazzo taking on the woman with a flat ass and mean attitude, Jungle Boy's bitch, Anna Jay. She doesn't deserve him, I'm sorry. Anna Jay, you could do a whole lot better than Jack Perry. Mr. Scapegoat himself. I'm just saying. Alright, so we get the match. Toni Storm, timeless Toni Storm, looking hot on commentary. Mariah May's on the other side of commentary, looking hot as well. Woo! And then we have Luther there, no apparent reason. Freaking Toni Storm, she is knocking this gimmick out of the park every week. She is a barrel of laughs. She is hilarious on the mic. And she's hilarious on commentary. And she freaking mistook Ian Riccaboni for Shivani. I mean, really now? And she's petting his head. She's like grabbing grabbing and rubbing him like this. And she's like petting his hair. I'm like, freaking Ian Riccaboni's probably having a freaking orgasm in his pants by now. I'm like, dude, you're a married man. You need to stop. And Tony, you need to stop too, because aren't you married to Juice Robinson? I see some cheating. I mean, come on now. You really want to get with Ian Riccaboni there, Toni Storm? You can do a whole lot better than that guy. me. Should have been me. And that's that. Alright, so anyway. This match was kind of bleh, boring. Deonna spins out of a basic wrist lock to start. Rolls up Anna Jay for a 1 count. Very fast 1 count. Then Anna Jay has to bail over to the ropes where she grabs a neck breaker over the ropes. Ow. We go to break, we come back. Deonna gets a near fall off a clothesline. And then Anna Jay comes back, kicks her right in the face for a near fall. Goes for the Queen Slayer, gets counted into a Fujiwara armbar that gets broken up pretty damn quick. Then they hit forearms to each other's titties. They protected titties. And then Deonna basically pulls Anna Jay into the Venus de Milo. And Anna Jay basically said, I quit. So Deonna wins again. She is now 2-0 in her AEW career. And she has to win, matching a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Under 7-minute match, so you get that. But the aftermath of this was funny as fuck. Renee Paquette goes in to do an after-match promo with Deonna. And Deonna basically looks at Toni Storm, and says, I don't know what's up with you. We used to be friends, we used to fight together, this and that. So she's like, you changed there, Toni, but also I changed. I'm the best women's technical wrestler ever. That's true. And then Toni gets all pissy, and she's trying to get up, and Luther, poor Luther, trying to, put his head up freaking Toni Storm's crest. Lucky bastard. And finally, he gets Toni on his shoulders. He's never gonna wash that neck. Because that sweet, wet ass pussy, that wop that Toni Storm has, basically on the guy's neck. I mean, you want to wash your neck after that? I wouldn't. If it was Toni Storm, or Asuka Kairi Io, even when they shit them up first. But anyway, so Toni cuts a promo and says, basically, we've never met before. I never met you before, the Virtuosa. And then she gets real mad. And says, and then, because Deonna kind of brought up their past, and says, my past does not concern you. But if you keep talking, I'm going to punch you right in the box. Meaning her pussy. I'm like, damn. And freaking Deonna and Renee were like, they start laughing about it, like, oh, like we never heard that before. I think they forgot what that meant. And people are like, what the fuck is he talking about? So people on Twitter are like, what are they talking about? And then somebody on Twitter is like, this is what it means. I think it was Denise Salcido saying, oh, punch women in the box means punch them in the pussy. I don't know about women want to punch other women in the pussy. I'd rather do a good old Donald Trump and grab him on the pussy. Donald Trump is gonna be huge. Grab him on the pussy. But yeah, Toni Storm wants to take it to no pun intended with me. Take it to the extreme and wants to punch her in the pussy. I'm like, damn, calm down, Toni Storm. And then for good measure, calls Deonna an artificially tanned hag. Damn. And then she throws the shoe. He throws like Sean Glatt. And then Deonna's like throwing it back at her, and then throwing it back at Mariah May. And then Mariah May runs off, and then freaking Luther and Toni are running to the back, and Toni still has the mic, and she's talking, like, get me out of here. I was dying laughing. That was hilarious. But looks like we're gonna get Toni Storm and Deonna Purrazzo. Don't know when, but pretty soon. But man, the freaking promo was fucking epic. If I had to rate that, I would give that 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was just, God bless Toni Monroe Storm. And Well, Tony leaves, and don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe. Or, if you're a Latino, watch for the chancla. Ah! I always have to watch out for the chancla with you-know-who. Bread. Alright, we move on. Alright, so we got that. So that was hilarious. And we move on. Alright, then we have a match before the main event. A tag team match player with two high-flying teams. So we have Top Flight of Darius and Dante Martin as they take on Private Party of Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. Can I get a... We go on. A 10-minute match. Pretty damn good from both teams. Good high-flying match. It's also with Isaiah Cassidy and Darius Martin. Cassidy takes Darius down to start. But both of them nip up, and then they stare at each other. And then, basically, everybody gets a stare down. And then it goes to Dante Martin and Mark Quinn. Dante takes him down by the arm, but Isaiah Cassidy comes right back in with a springboard cross body. As we go to break, we come back. Excuse me, and Darius starts working over Isaiah Cassidy's arm. As our commentator is not even talking about the goddamn match. What are you guys talking about? Got a match going on, you retards. Anyway, we got that. So Isaiah Cassidy fights. He fights up. Brings in Mark Quinn with the hot tag to clean house. Hits a 450 on Dante. And then pretty much all 4 men are in the ring. Dante hits a flash knee in the face on Mark Quinn. But then Private Party comes right back, hits gin and juice. Rolling down the street, smoking endos, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back, with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Good old Snoop Dogg. And Dr. Drizzy. Good song. Rolling like a G. Like a G1. Anyway, so Private Party hits gin and juice on Dante, taking him down. And then Mark Quinn, I guess he was the legal man, rolls up Darius Martin right near the rope with a kind of weird-looking roll-up. And I think it was Rick Knox goes 1, 2, and then we see Mark Quinn kind of back up, and he kind of looked like he fell and grabbed the rope at the same time. And then Rick Knox 3. Match ends. Kind of weird. A little controversial. But still, Private Party gets the win. Match gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Action Andretti comes out. For some odd reason. And then all the teams are looking at each other like, what the fuck happened? And then I think Top Flight has a reason to get a little pissy because of, Mark Quinn grabbing a rope. Maybe for added leverage. I don't know. And they're like, oh, we didn't hit the rope. So, we'll see what happens with that situation. But Private Party is back. They get the win. And we'll see what happens with them in the AEW Tag Team Division, along with Top Flight. And we move on. That's that. Alright, before we get to the main event, we have a good video package for Sting and Darby Allin. Darby Allin, how you doing? I come from Seattle. I didn't even drive the car because I can't drive. I come from Seattle, and I wear less face paint than my friend Sting. I'm so emo. Hi guys. Yeah. Look at that. And speaking of Darby, he's fighting another crazy fucking Jeff Hardy dude on Rampage. That might actually be a fun, interesting match. From two Daredevils, and they're gonna be doing weird, fucking crazy shit in that match. But as always, the Rampage Hardys, I'm gonna call them Rampage Hardys because they're never on Dynamite, and hardly ever on Collision. So we got that. So Darby and Jeff Hardy, dude, will be fighting it out one-on-one. And, that's a Roman Reigns special. I'm interested. Like that. My lip bleeding? It seems like my lip is bleeding. Can't tell, but I'm sorry about that. If it comes out, it looks like my lip bleeding, Bert! My lip bleeding! Scissors pedals. There they are! Bert! What do you know about that? Merry Christmas! Okay. I don't know why I quoted That's a Wonderful, Wonderful Life. If I thought my lip was bleeding. It's not. You can see. No, it's not. It's not. I thought it was, but it's not. But we move on with that. Alright, that's that. Alright, so Sting and Darby, I'm gonna get the video. Pretty damn good. And that's it. We move on. Alright, so really we got 2 matches on Rampage. We got Jericho and Matt Sydal. Boring match that it is. And Jeff Hardy, Dude, and Mr. Darby Allin. Probably might be the main event of Rampage this Friday night. Right after SmackDown. And guess who's on SmackDown? Our Tribal Chief. Acknowledge us. Put your ones in the comments. And acknowledge our Tribal Chief and your Tribal God. Me. Every Friday night. But Roman is back on Friday. Gonna sign that contract for the Fatal 4-Way at the Rumble next Saturday. Craziest next Saturday, huh? Hopefully I can see it. Because I got things to do. I might miss a smidge of it. Because I might have a thing to go to in the afternoon. In Queens. We got that, so, you know, just a thing I have to go to in Queens, New York City. But I'm only going to be there in the afternoon. Maybe there in the afternoon. But by the time I come back, I think by the time I come back from that errand I got to run in, I might have to run next week. I'm not sure if I have to go there yet, but in any case, I might miss the start of the pre-show, if there is a pre-show for the Royal Rumble, but I should be home in time for the Rumble to watch it, and I will review it that same night on the next Saturday, the 27th, and if not the 28th, but we'll see, because Collision will be the same night, so I'm gonna do Collision on the hopefully on the 28th, probably in the daytime, because the NFC title game is next Sunday. Hopefully the Niners get there, and I don't know what time I think that game will be. I would hope that game is going to be at night, because usually the AFC's in the day. Yeah, it is going to be at night, because it would make no sense to have the NFC title game, which is going to be in Santa Clara. Why would you have that at 1 o'clock or at 3:30? I mean, you could do it, because it's 3 hours behind. You have the game at 12:30 California time, 3:30 here. So you could do that game in a day. But, I mean, we'll have to see, and then do whatever the AFC is going to be. Whether it be Baltimore, Houston, Buffalo, or the Chiefs. You know, could have that game maybe at night, depending, probably being, I think it'd be in Kansas City if Kansas City wins, and, Houston wins. I think Houston might get that game, I think because of the, wait. I think Kansas City will get that game because of they're the highest seed, so, but, I think if the Ravens win, it's gonna be in Baltimore, so, but, I don't even know if they're gonna even play that game in Buffalo this week. No, is it in Buffalo or is it in Kansas? I think it's in Buffalo. And Buffalo's getting like 1 to 3 feet of snow. On top of what they got this past weekend. And they had to cancel the game on Sunday, and they had to play it I mean, it was on I think it was on Saturday or Sunday, whatever it was. They had to cancel the game and then basically play it on Monday afternoon. The Bills won, obviously. Pittsburgh sucks. Sorry, Britt Baker. But they might if they play the game in Buffalo this weekend, they might not even play that game because they're getting another fucking blizzard, another 36 inches of snow. Crazy. Why would you have a game in Buffalo? I mean, move it. Put a dome over that fucking place. Then again, you run the risk of it collapsing. Well, not like Minnesota when they had that bag of a dome, basically, in the Metrodome, which collapsed, which is crazy enough. Thankfully, nobody was in there at the time. But the Vikings had to play their home games at a neutral site, basically. God forbid that happens at Buffalo. If they built a stadium with a dome, maybe you don't have that problem, depending on, how good the steel is, or whatever they built it with. I guess it's steel. But, I would think I hope they build another stadium in Buffalo, and they build a dome over it, so they can keep out the snow. But hopefully the dome doesn't collapse. That'd be bad. Playing the game and then out of nowhere, that would be really bad and dangerous for the fans and the players and the refs and everybody doing the game, basically. Well, except for maybe the announcers, because they'll be in the booth and everything. But I'm talking about the cameramen and women. Well, basically the cameraman, the sideline reporters and the security guards, the people that give the balls to the ref, the water boy, the water girl. Because there are girls that do the water. What is she doing out here? Freshly squeezed water? Bobby Boucher? My name is Barbara Boucher. I'm like, okay. Get in the water, bitch! I mean, we have female refs in basketball. We have female refs in football. God forbid we'll get female umpires in Major League Baseball. God forbid that. I heard they were gonna test it, but why? We got female referees, obviously. Female judges for tennis. That's usually for the women. Sometimes I think I saw a female judge for the men. I'm like, and all they do is just sit there like, boom, 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 boom. 15 love. I'm like, tennis is boring. Tennis is like golf. Boring. I'd rather watch the Pro Bowlers Tour whenever it's actually on. Sometimes you can see it on Channel 5 once in a while. Alright, converted to 7-10 split. Good job. Not like the old days of the PBA Tour. I forgot the guy's name, but he made Rainbow Lanes around my area. There used to be a bowling alley near where I live currently. It's not there anymore. I think it got turned into like a doctor's office. I don't know what it is now. Some type of weird building. So that's gone. So if I wanted to go bowling, I have to go near the mall where I live and go to what used to be called Gil Hodges Lanes. Now it's Strike 10. Or whatever it's called now. But I don't even go bowling that much anymore. I could go to the ones in New York City, which are pretty damn exciting, but there's a lot of price. They're pricey too, man. I went to one with Rosa, and I think we spent like, how much we spent? I think we spent like $50 to $100. for the shoes, obviously, for me and her, like $20 each, which was crazy. Like $20 for me. And then we played like 3 games, and Rosa beat me 2 out of 3. Bastard. I was rusty, and Rosa, like, I was like, I'm gonna beat Rosa, because right now Rosa can't throw a goddamn ball down the alley, right? Because she is what she is, you know. He's fat now. You know, because Rosa, like, but, goddamn, she was like throwing strike after strike. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, when did you become good? You should go on a PBA tour. And I'm like throwing like half gutter balls half the time with my wrist. You know, I was rusty. What do you want me to do? First game, she beat me by a lot. Second game, I came back and won by like 30 pins. And then she barely beat me in the third game. Barely. I think she won by like 7 pins. Damn! And I had to come home with fucking embarrassment of losing to my chick. Damn! She knocked down a lot of pins, and then when we got home, she knocked down my big pin, if you know what I mean. Knocked down my big pin and knocked down my balls too, you know. Okay, enough of that. But we get that. Blah blah blah. I don't know where I went with that. But I don't know where I went with that. How I went from something to bowling with Orby Edwards, I think. I don't know. We move on. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening, the big one, for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. We had Samoa Joe taking on Send for the Man. Get in here. Hook had to pull him out after eating his Doritos. Got any for me? No? Fuck you! Doritos are very tasty! Okay, I know. Mick, go to bed. But yeah, Hook's here, ladies and gentlemen, the FTW World Champion. You know, showing he has some balls and challenged Samoa Joe for the title. And I was like, oh, Joe's gonna kill this guy. So anyway, we have the traditional entrance announcements from Justin Roberts. So the bell rings and Hook goes right after Joe to start. And then they go right to the floor. Joe is like, that's it. Starts fucking Hook the fuck up. I was like, oh boy. We're gonna get a murder. And Joe strikes away on the floor. You know, Hook came in a little bit. To get back in, Joe hits a jumping enziguri in the corner, followed by a big hard kick to the chest. And a lot of people were saying that Joe was legit stiff. He was hitting Hook stiff. And people were saying, oh, why doesn't Taz say something to Joe? Or maybe he did after the match. Oh, you went too stiff with my son. What the fuck? He used to be your manager, Joe. What the fuck? I don't know. It looked like he went legit stiff on him. But I could be wrong. Alright, so he hits the hard kick to the chest. Hook gets in some shots of his own, knocks Joe back outside, and hits a big forearm shot off the apron, knocking Joe down. But then they go around by the announcer's table, and Hook tried for a Tazplex, maybe through the said announce table, but Joe's like, no, no, no. Then he hits like a Uranagi on the announcer's table. Ow, and freaking, oh man, it looks sick. Like, he like hooked him up, it looked like a Tazplex, and they kind of turned him over to a Uranagi, and Hook's freaking head and neck hit the edge of the freaking table, which broke. No, so not a, I am the table spot. Oh. So Hook's like grabbing his back, and he's like, ah! I was like, oh, jeez. I mean, I had to call John Zandig on that one. Jesus! I mean, I was like, damn, Hook is dead. He has to have a concussion after that one. The way his head hit the freaking announce table. And I was like, please stop the goddamn match. And then Doc Samson comes in to see if Hook is even alive. And then Bryce is like, well, what am I going to do? Starts counting him out. And Doc Samson's trying to see if Hook can even stand. And eventually Bryce gets to 9. Hook somehow gets in the ring. And starts giving him the double birds to Joe. Joe's like, alright, you want to fuck around now? I'm going to powerbomb you on the apron. I mean, Kevin Owens style. Woo! I'm like, dude, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. I mean, after he hit that Uranagi through the table, I was like, by God Almighty! By God Almighty! They killed him! As God is my witness, he is broken in half! By God Almighty! It just felt that way. And then, on top of that, Joe powerbombs Hook on the apron. I was about to go Jerry Lawler. I was like, that's it, he's dead. And what is Taz gonna do? Taz is looking at his 23, 24-year-old son, Hook, getting the fucking shit bit out of him. That's what happens when you think you're a big man going after the champ. You get your ass handed to you. But you're such a big man, you're like, oh, you know. And then the father's like, you did good, son. You did good, but you got your ass kicked. Don't do that. Alright, so after that, Joe brings him in the ring, slaps on that power slam of his for a near fall. Then a really sick Death Valley driver for another near fall. And I was like, Joe, just pin the guy already. Just end this misery, this murder that's gonna happen right now. Just end it already. So, he takes Hook up and hits the Muscle Buster. I was like, that's it. It's over. So, goes for the cover, and Hook kicked out at 1. What? He no-sold that? How? And then freaking Hook just wakes up, starts hitting some running clotheslines, hits the T-Bone Tazplex. The fans are going nuts. It's like, come on, Hook, come on! I'm like, no, he ain't gonna win, really? So, takes Joe down, tries to lock in the Red Rum, and kind of partially had it on. Joe reversed it, and then locked in the Coquina Clutch. He just locked it, snapped him back, he broke his back, and fucked him in the ass at the same fucking time. Damn. Locked in the Coquina Clutch, and Hook, did what he could. He tried to maybe survive it somehow, but, eventually he passed out, and Bryce dropped the arm 3 times, and that was it. Not Hook, sorry. Joe picks up the win to retain the title in under 9 minutes. So, and people are like, this should have been a squash match. I kind of agree. But, Hook, somehow, didn't really give Joe, a run for his money per se, but he hung in there with Joe. Almost died doing it. But still, Joe is the winner. He retains the title. Pretty decent match. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then, after the match, Joe goes to leave. He's like, I'm done. And then Hook gets up out of that. After getting choked the fuck out, he just gets right back up. And he's screaming at Joe, is that all you got? And Joe's like, oh, this motherfucker didn't just say that. Oh, you want more? All right. Comes back in, beats the fuck out of Hook again. Another Muscle Buster. I was like, alright, that's it, kid. You're done. So, Joe goes to leave again. Hook gets up again. And he's like, come on! You got any more? I'm like, dude, do you have a death wish? What the fuck, dude? I'm like, where's Taz in all this? Taz is just reading the copy. What am I supposed to do? I'm like, get off the fucking mic! Take the fucking headset off, get in the ring and fucking help your son, you idiot! Dude, you're from Brooklyn. You gonna do that to your own son? Let him freaking get his ass kicked? Dude. And you're not even Italian, as far as I know. I mean, because if that was like me or any other Italian, you know there's about 50 people waiting to fucking fuck that person up. But you're from Red Hook, brother. Where I live, we don't do that shit here. Especially with the Italians, you don't do that shit. Especially with people that I know. We will come find you wherever you may live, and we will put the fear of God into you. Especially on Rosa's side of the family. But I digress on that. And it's happened a few times. Happened a few times from the stories that she tells me. So don't people want to mess with me. That's not a good idea. It's like I said, I have friends in high places, and they will find you, and it ain't gonna end well for you. Trust me on that. So I say this: stay in your fucking lane, or face the consequences of your actions. And I'm not saying that to act tough. I'm saying it for real. You want to waste your time on me with your bullshit threats? It ain't gonna work. Because 1, you're gonna go to the hospital. 2, you're gonna go to jail. And 3, you're gonna get a lot of people that I'm good friends with. They're gonna come find you, one way or another. And this ain't gonna be a happy situation. They will get their revenge on me, and you're going to be sitting in a hospital bed, or in jail, a broken, bloody mess. Or they could go as far as putting the fear of God into you, and you wish you didn't fuck around and find out with me. I'm just saying. If my brother from another mother, you great man, you, was alive today, he would tell you. He would tell you. I mean, he's done videos with me, basically telling trolls, like, say, don't mess with my boy. Don't mess with him. Because he, even in his, before, like years ago, we did promos together, not promos, we did videos together, addressing these mindless zombies. I was like, don't fuck with my brother and everything, because I will fuck you up. And he would, too. Both my brothers would fuck everybody up. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. We will fuck you up. So if you think you want to act tough, you want to jump, you want to get froggy, jump. See what happens. You want to ruin your life in your 20s and 30s? You're not going to be able to see your beyond that because of your bullshit. You take YouTube so seriously, because I don't. You want to do that? Then you're wasting your time, and you probably will be wasting your life. So, like I said, stay in your fucking lane. And if you can't do that, then it's on you. I said that. Exactly. Wrestling Cat would tell you the same thing too. But I digress. Alright, so after the second muscle buster, freaking Hook thinks he has a death wish, like, come on! So Joe's like, alright, that's it. I'm gonna kick your ass again. I'm gonna give you another muscle buster. But then the Hangman, Adam Page, comes out, runs to the ring to save Hook, about to do some cowboy shit. So Joe leaves the ring wisely, gets out of dodge, and Hangman's like trying to get at Joe, have a stare down, and then Swerve Strickland and Nana are in the crowd, and they're just watching, and Adam Page is just staring at Joe, then he starts staring at Swerve, who leaves through the crowd with Nana. And then Adam Page kind of goes over to Hook, and Hook's like, get away from me! And then Adam Page leaves, and Hook leaves under his own power. I don't know how. He did it, but he did it. That's how he did it. No. But we get that, I'm like, damn, Hook went through war and somehow survived that. And it felt like he no-sold half the stuff. Getting beat down, get hit with a muscle buster. Then he gets choked out, brother. Gets put through the announcer's table, and his neck's like... I mean, if he didn't have a concussion after this match, I don't know how he did not have a concussion. He has to have a concussion. Because his back looked all bruised up. His neck had his whole gush, mush right now. His head's fucking mush. And he almost fucking won the belt, which is crazy enough saying that. But he's gonna feel it in the morning. I'll tell you that much. But that's all I gotta say about that. So that ends pretty decent Dynamite. Wasn't the greatest show, but still, I gave it a pretty solid 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment, in the comments down below. You can do your own video if you want. But don't forget to smash that like button, stick it straight up everybody's ass, that's where it belongs. Subscribe to this channel and my other channels, all down below in the gobbledygook. Share the video all over the internet. Hit the bell to get and turn on all notifications so you get the next video. And don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But if you're fake, you're getting blocked. So go fuck yourself. And if you leave stupid comments on my channels, I should say, you're getting blocked there too. And if you don't like that, then too fucking bad. Tough shit, motherfuckers. And that's all I gotta say about that. So once again, 7 out of 10 stars for Dynamite. Pretty damn solid show. So we'll see what happens on Friday with SmackDown. We got Rampage, we got Collision on Saturday night. And also tomorrow night, my friends, the big one, the return of TNA Impact Wrestling. Yes! I might actually watch TNA tomorrow night. I might watch it. I do have access, so maybe, just maybe, if you're good, I might do a Ring of Honor and TNA review. Or I might do separate videos. I'm not sure yet. But I might bring back the TNA reviews. So it's going to give me, a lot on Thursday night because I got Ring of Honor. I usually go out Thursday nights, but since my schedule might be changing, I might actually be able to do Ring of Honor and TNA either in one big video or do separate videos. Maybe do Ring of Honor one night and then Friday, if I have time on Friday afternoon, I'll do Impact on the Kill Demons channel, and then Friday night do SmackDown and Rampage, and then Saturday I would do Collision if there's no pay-per-view, and if there is a pay-per-view on Saturdays, I would just do the pay-per-view review and probably the predictions too. So got a lot to cover, guys. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna somehow do it regardless. So stay with me, please stay with me and hit that bell so you don't miss anything coming up in the distant future, my friends. This is January the 18th. We got a long way to go this year. It's going to be an epic freaking year of wrestling and sports in general and pretty much life itself. And we got music and everything, and that's pretty much it for that. In this moment's new video for Sanctify Me is coming out soon. I don't know when, but it's coming out pretty damn soon. I think Liliac has a new video coming out. I don't know for what song, but I heard they got a new video coming out. So that should be fun from the young kids of Liliac. Oh, they're in their 20s. It's amazing. They put out like 3 albums already. Crazy, ain't it? They're going on tour next couple weeks. So if you're in the area, wherever you live, go on Liliac.com or just type in Liliac and Google it, and maybe see where they're touring, and maybe they'll be in a little place near you, maybe at a festival or something like that. They're not coming around my area, which sucks. I keep mentioning it, and I was like, come to New York City! We can party! But, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, In This Moment comes around back to New York City this year, or maybe goes to the PNC for a festival. Maybe New Year's Day's on the bill too. Maybe Black Label Society. Who knows? But we got that. So that's that. And I think coming up maybe in March or by May, I'm gonna do some more actual music videos. When I go to those concerts I go to, some indie band concerts I go to. Usually they have 3 of them, so I think the first one's coming up in March, sometime in March. I don't know what date, but I'm thinking it's in March or April maybe. Then I know another one's in, I think, May or June, so the summertime. Then the final one's in right around Thanksgiving. And that's pretty much it. And as far as concerts, like I'm hoping maybe go to In This Moment, sometime, and maybe some summer festivals if I can. But yeah, so stay tuned to the Metal God channel. We got some new stuff coming your way. I was supposed to do a video review. I forget what I was gonna do. I had a besides the Jay Briscoe 1-year anniversary thing, I might do that. Well, I was gonna do it today, but I didn't have enough time to do it. But I didn't mention it in this video, so rest in peace to Jay Briscoe. 1 year ago today, or as of this video, yesterday. So reach for the sky, boy. And we miss you, Jay. We love you. We always respect you. Kicking ass in heaven along with Brody Lee, Bray Wyatt, Terry Funk. Terry! Yeah. Jack, just shut up. Alright, so we got that, and, but more to come on the Metal Guy channel. Some, maybe some more top 10s, some music news here and there. Some album reviews and maybe some song reviews. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out my rant. By the way, I forgot I mentioned I did a rant earlier today about the whole Caleb Braxton incident that happened on Twitter with some schmuck named Kevin Scampoli, some podcaster named Kevin Scampoli, who basically, mocked Kayla's incident with her dad, who her dad raped her mom, and that's how she was born out of rape, and then this idiot mocks that and calls Kayla a rape baby, and basically, putting a lot of hate on her, and then, but thankfully all the fans and a lot of wrestlers came to her defense and everything, like Bayley and Candice LeRae, Nia Jax, Casey Catanzaro, people like that. So, a lot of fans came to her defense. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it too, because it's not right that all these fucking online bullies and these so-called podcasters have to go out and treat somebody like Caleb Braxton like that. It's not right, because they want their 15 minutes of fame and shit. So I kind of mentioned that, and I mentioned my own personal dealings with online faggot trolls. So check the video out. And basically I ripped Kevin Scampoli a new a-hole. And basically told him how he felt, because he's a mark. Kind of like other people I know. Right, GD? But I digress. And that's pretty much it for that. So, check it out. Link will be down below in the comments section, in the description box below. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, thanks for watching, everybody. 7 out of 10 stars for Dynamite. Thanks for watching, right here on the Peter Joseph channel. And until next time, my friends, as I'm out of here, peace out, rock on and rock hard with your fucking cocoot! And if you're not down with that, motherfuckers, or you're a bunch of fuckboys, you're a bunch of marks, and a bunch of douchebags that are a bunch of losers, too. So, if you're not all down with that, well, like I said, you're a bunch of fuckboys and bitches, because we're better than you, And you know it, and you will acknowledge us. As always, you will acknowledge us. If you don't like that, well, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Adios. Until next time. Peace. Ha!